Still trying to figure out where you can travel to this summer? Well, you're not alone. Despite an escalation in COVID-19 cases, Americans are still traveling this summer. In a study by Squaremouth, they found that domestic travel is up by 19% this year, indicating a pent-up demand for travel. Even though international trips have been limited by travel restrictions and border closures, travelers within the U.S. are not letting that stop them. Travelers are also spending approximately the same amount as last year, with average trips costing about $4,000. Now, with so many places to explore within the U.S., travelers still have to keep in mind that some states want to keep their numbers down. For example, Alaska has had some of the lowest numbers of COVID-19 cases in the country, and they're asking travelers to get tested before they visit. If they don't, travelers will be required to quarantine. But for those itching to leave the country, there are still options. Mexico, for example, is allowing U.S. tourists to fly in, despite not allowing travelers to drive across the border. Amidst the big pushback, the Bahamas have since reversed its travel ban on U.S. travelers. Now, keep in mind, the ban was originally put in place due to a spike in cases on the island, which could be traced back to tourists from the United States. But in an effort to keep the peace, instead, they are simply requiring a strict quarantine. Now, all international visitors are now required to quarantine for 14 days upon arrival in the Bahamas, staying at a government-run facility at their own expense, and then undergoing a real-time PCR COVID-19 test at the end of their isolation period. As of July 15th, the Maldives have reopened to international tourism, and of note, they have very few strings attached. Global travelers, U.S. citizens included, will not have to enter into a mandatory quarantine upon arrival, nor will they need to produce proof that they have tested negative for COVID. There are no new visa requirements nor additional fees to pay. The only request is that international visitors will only be allowed on the resort islands, and they need to book their entire stay in one registered establishment. Of the 156 resorts on the Maldives tourism list, 43 resorts reopened on July 15th. Now, bear in mind, just because the Maldives aren't requiring visitors to submit proof that they're COVID-19 free, some airlines are, so be sure to check ahead of time. Well, there you have it, a few updates and ideas to keep in mind if you're still trying to plan a getaway this summer. You still have time. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and until next time, I'll see you then.